quote wasn't in the first edition of my book, but it came along as I edited and then it came to me. And it actually came from working through the library system, and I didn't really realize, it didn't dawn on me like how important it was for reading and writing, because I found that a lot of the youth were really checking out my book because not only did it have the writing, but it was creative, it was arranged a little differently, and it had images and pictures in there, and it showed them another way or approach to even, creating a book or opening a book. So this piece is called Youth Dedication. Growing up as a kid in my teens, I had no confidence, low self-esteem. I thought that the dream was just a dream, unaware of the greatness inside of me. Depriving the world of my gifts, trying to work through me. Yeah, I was letting the big kids talk me out of my game, constantly telling me what I couldn't do but calling me lame. But doubting myself, I missed opportunities, scared of what people would think and do to me. But see, looking back, they were just scared I'd take their spot, so they put me down every chance they got. And so I made up on my time that, you know what, I'm going to hang with the popular crowds, because they rank the top and they got love and got mad props. But see, following the crowd and not my heart was when all the trouble began to start. And I started to steal, ditch a class, and using poor judgment made my life crash. I had regrets from misfortunate events, and now I'm looking around wondering where all my homies went. Some got caught up in the alcohol and drug game. Some from a straighter stopped the flow of the veins. Since was casualties, the hood without the homies will never be the same. So I want to say peace to the teens and the youth. I wrote this for you, trying to survive, dealing with depression. Now what you gonna do? Ride or die? Don't give up before you try. Because you possess the power inside to let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light, let your light, let your light shine. I felt the pain trying to fill the void of my father's death. Man, I thought hoops was the only thing left. But that put pressure on me, man, my mind couldn't hang. A fatal illness struck from the emotional strain. But that setback pushed me back on track like train. And I connected my childhood and love for creativity and art. And it helped me to maintain and gave me a new start. I started to recognize who I am to be and why I'm here. I stopped living in fear, put on a full armor and shield. And I posed my black fist. So I'm going to show the youth how to flow to this and grow to this. Encourage you to use your gifts and watch it uplift your spirits. Your ideas are like gold mines, but set goals, use your mind. Stay focused, be you, and that'll make you the dopest individual. But also learn to work together as a team of unique individuals. I'm stressing you to do more than exist. You gotta live your lives to the fullest. Know that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Despite the obstacles in your life, you can still push through it. But see, together we can make the walls come down like Jericho. And I hope these lyrics reach your ears like airwaves and radio and receive them loud and clear in stereo. So I want to say peace to the teens and the youth. I wrote this for you, trying to survive, dealing with depression now. What you gonna do? You gonna ride or die? Don't give up before you try, because you possess the power inside to let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let your light, let your light, let your light shine. Peace to the teens and the youth. I wrote this for you, trying to survive, dealing with depression now. What you gonna do? Ride or die? Don't give up before you try, because you possess the power inside to let your light shine. Now I want to introduce my first art teacher, Miss Mills. I want to have a few words to say about the arts and how she can encourage the arts and how it's been important in her life, how it hasn't affected her at all.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And as you see, art is really my life, and the Lord gave me the talent. And I thank Him for allowing me to be able to stand before an audience and let me give Him praise, because He's the one that gave me the talent. I thank Him for that, and I also thank Him for allowing me to cross paths with Michael. In my classroom, I didn't realize that he was really paying attention. And I would always get on Michael, and I would talk to him. And during the time that I left Olive Harvey, I was transferred to Wright College. And I was thinking, I wonder, did Michael really pay me any attention? I would tell him a little bit this time, and I'd come back. I'd tell him a little bit, and I was thinking to myself. And I think I told Michael the last time I saw him, Michael, what are you going to do? Michael said, Pastor Mills, I'm gonna go on. And I was thinking to myself, every time I see Michael, it doesn't seem like he's really giving it all he has. But he really surprised me. I left Olive Harvey in 1995, and I didn't see or get in contact with him again till, was it 2001, 2002? It was a while. But I had a tendency to keep some of the students' telephone numbers that really made an impression on me. And each year I would get with them around Christmas time, and we would meet and we would discuss what we've done that year. I decided to call Michael, and Michael started telling me, "Oh, Ms. Mills, I went on to Columbia." I said, "What? You did?" I was surprised because I really thank God for what little influence I might have had on him. It really registered with him. That's what I'm really thanking God for. It is that a lot of times when you come in contact with students, you don't know what type of impression that you're giving, but you want to make that right impression. And when you see that they have grown, after you have left them, and they actually go on and do something with their lives, and you get back in contact with them again, you say, "Ooh, that makes me feel pretty good." And that encourages you. And it also, a lot of times when you have students in your classroom, and they're actually following through on step projects and processes that you've told them to do, that encourages you as a professor, and it also makes you, it stimulated my creativity. And a lot of times while they were drawing, I was drawing. While they were painting, I was painting. While they were doing crafts, I was doing crafts. And so on. So I really thank God for Michael. And I told him once he get his first million, don't act like you don't know me anymore.
Let's list a few things that you like to do with your art, right? What do you like to do?
Honestly speaking, you know what? I paint, draw, do ceramics, art appreciation, and I work on the computer. However, the Lord has given me talent in each one of those areas to teach. I don't have any specific area that I like. I like all of it. I can get my mind tuned into, and I used to wonder years ago when my art history professor would tell us, "Don't bother me in class." And when I started teaching, I used to wonder, what did that mean? Your mind is tuned in to what you're teaching right then. If you're teaching art appreciation, your mind is into discussing art. If it's into drawing, your mind is into drawing. In that, your mind is going into intricate areas. Because when you teach, you have to be able to explain yourself thoroughly. You cannot half do it, because then you want the students to produce. And if they're not producing, then you know that you did not do an effective job. So I don't have any specific area in art. Let's say, for instance, when you asked that question, I thought about it. And I can't say I like to draw only. I like to paint. I like to do ceramics. Because while you're doing ceramics, you're thinking about, at least I'm thinking about drawing. I'm thinking about 3-dimensional and 2-dimensional objects. So I really don't have any specific area. If I have my mind set to do something, that's my specialty for that time.
What do you consider that area?
Yeah,
This is what they would consider long time ago an explanation that would be called a ready-made piece. It is a frontal piece, and it is a 2-dimensional piece, and it's a frontal piece only. And ready-made means what you do, you organize in your mind objects that are already composed for you, and you take them and you arrange them the way you want them arranged. Let's say, for instance, because I did 2 of these. I was asked at that time to do a decoration for an event that was coming up, 50 Fancy and Elegant. I think it went in that way. So I was commissioned to do a whole room. So I started thinking, of course, you know, you can't do anything like this quickly. You have to really think about it, Michael. So I thought about this for months. And as I thought about it, I knew what I wanted people to view when they entered the room. See, my specialty is not cooking. Far from it. But my specialty is if you give me an idea, I'll run with that idea. And eventually, if you leave me alone, then I'll create that atmosphere for you. I've had a lot of people wanting me to come in to do their houses, the walls of their houses, but I tell them to take this into serious consideration. That picture has to stay there. And you might get tired of that picture. You get tired of looking at it every day. See, with me, I get tired of looking at it after a month. Well, I can change it. But you got to call someone in to do that changing for you, and it costs by the hour. So, Michael, what I really like, I like all of it. And this is one of the pieces that came from that event. I also did a remake of a model, but I'm not going to go into that detail because this is your day. And I'm very grateful that the Lord let me live to see this day with you.
Give it up for Ms. Mills. You want to see more her work is so dynamic. It still inspires me. Like I got a lot to learn. And okay, well, we want to get back to the program, and we're gonna ask her to come back up, do another piece. You ready, brother?
Yep.
You got the track in mind? What's the name of the track? My soul is happy. Is this something you wrote in the morning? Something on your mind?
Oh, when did I write that? That's a really good question.
Do you remember the mood? The type of day it was?
Oh gosh. When I wrote My Soul is Happy.
Well, I ain't gonna let you think about it too much. I'm sure it's gonna be a great piece. It'll hit you when you get through singing. So, okay. My soul is happy.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times when I write music, it can be anywhere. You know, the song comes to you. One a friend of mine said, if you sing your feelings all the time, you'll always be writing songs. So that's essentially, you know, what happens to me. And probably a lot of songwriters will be having something, some feeling, and you just start singing about it randomly. It just kind of pops out. So I'm sure that's what happened in a random moment. My soul is happy. Today I'm singing, whoa, all of my troubles have gone away. Whoa, I don't have nothing to fear. I've taken all of my troubles and all of my struggles. I'll wrap them all up and I gave them to God.